When was the last time you gave yourself a gift? Not something expensive, but a real gift, like a guilt-free day off, just to do something that makes you happy. When was the last time you went to the beach without checking the time, felt the cool water touch your feet, and just stood there, no rush, no worries? When was the last time you sat in a movie theater in the middle of the afternoon, with no commitments, no hurry to leave, just to enjoy the moment and savor the warm, buttery popcorn? And what about that coffee with a friend you keep saying you'll schedule but never do? The book you started reading but abandoned because you were too tired? The song you used to love, but now it only plays in the background while you scroll through your phone? The truth is, over time, without even noticing, we start postponing these simple joys, but that later never comes. Life becomes a cycle of obligations, work, bills, taking care of the house, kids, family. But what about you? Where do you fit into this equation? If lately, you feel like nothing excites you anymore, like everything takes too much effort, and life has lost its spark, then this video is for you. Because the good news is, this emptiness has a solution. And today, we're going to talk about how to find your way back. The autopilot of modern life. Have you ever felt like the days just pass, but nothing really happens? Waking up early, solving problems, dealing with traffic, working, managing the house, paying bills, trying to give attention to family, and before you know it, the day is over. And tomorrow, it all repeats. Life turns into a sequence of tasks, a pre-written script that we follow without question. We do what needs to be done, but we rarely stop to ask, is this making me happy? And so, without realizing it, we disconnect from the things that once made us feel alive. We look back and realize that years have passed. And somewhere along the way, we lost ourselves. Joy kept getting postponed, desires were silenced, dreams were left for when there's time. But when, exactly, is that time going to come? If you feel like you're merely existing instead of truly living, this might be a sign that it's time to wake up from this autopilot mode. The question is, how do you break this cycle? How do you rediscover joy in the little things? How do you bring back color, light, and meaning into your life? The inner void and apathy. Maybe you can't pinpoint exactly when it started, but somehow, the excitement for life began to fade. The things that once made you smile now feel dull. The small joys of daily life have lost their spark. Nothing excites you anymore, and nothing seems truly worth the effort. You wake up, go to work, take care of responsibilities. You do everything you're supposed to do, but it feels like you're moving through life on autopilot, with no real sense of purpose. And inside, there's an emptiness. An invisible weight, a fatigue that isn't just physical, it's emotional. You feel like something is missing, but you can't quite put your finger on what it is. And the worst part? You don't know how to escape it. You try to distract yourself with social media, TV shows, food, shopping, but nothing really fills that void. And little by little, life seems to be slipping through your fingers. And to protect yourself from this feeling, maybe you started shutting down, building walls, distancing yourself from people and emotions, trying to become stronger. But is that really the solution? How to protect yourself without shutting down emotionally? After so many disappointments, exhaustion, and frustrations, it's only natural to want to protect yourself. We build walls, distance ourselves from people, avoid getting too involved so we won't get hurt. But does that really protect us? Maybe, without realizing it, in trying to avoid pain, you've also closed the door to everything else, even to the things that could actually heal you. The problem with shutting down to avoid suffering is that it also blocks joy. When you close yourself off from emotions, you don't just feel less sadness, you feel less of everything. Life loses its depth. So how do you find balance? How do you protect yourself without becoming cold and distant? The answer lies in how you filter what enters and what stays within you. It's not about building an impenetrable wall, it's about developing an emotional shield. Something that allows you to feel but without absorbing everything. It all starts with self-awareness. When you learn to recognize what belongs to you and what belongs to others, when you realize that some burdens are not yours to carry, you learn to protect yourself in a healthier way. The key is not isolation but being more mindful of what you allow to take up space within you. Reconnecting with your inner child and finding your spark again. Do you remember when you were a child and did things simply because you loved them? Without worrying if they were productive, if they were worth it, or if they had a purpose. You just felt. You just lived. But over time, life teaches us that certain things aren't a priority. We get used to putting responsibilities ahead of simple joys. And little by little, that light and spontaneous version of ourselves starts to fade. But it's still there. Inside you. Reconnecting with this essence doesn't mean abandoning responsibilities, it means bringing back what makes you feel alive. And to do that, maybe it's time to shake things up. Change your routine, break patterns, step out of autopilot. When was the last time you tried something new just for the joy of the experience? Maybe it's time to allow yourself something different. Pick up a hobby you've always wanted to try. Go back to something you used to love. Challenge yourself to learn something new, to step outside your comfort zone. And most importantly, surround yourself with people who inspire you, who encourage you, who make you feel good about who you are. The child you once were is still inside you. You just need to invite them back into your life. The way back. The truth is, at some point in life, we all lose ourselves a little. We get caught up in the fast pace, the obligations, the fears, and without realizing it, we drift away from who we really are. But the good news is, there is always a way back. And that path isn't found in big external changes. It starts within you. Maybe it's time to pause. Breathe. Look at your life from the outside, as an observer. What parts of it still make sense? What still makes your eyes light up? What needs to be left behind? The answer isn't in the past or the future. It's in the now. In what you choose to do from this moment on. Don't wait for a major event to change your life. Small daily choices can bring you back to who you truly are. If this video resonated with you, don't forget to like and subscribe. That way, you won't miss any new content, and you'll help me keep bringing reflections for your journey. See you in the next video.